Mirabaibis expressed strong condemnation against armed attack of former Chief Secretary Oinam Nabakiso's residence. Security forces recovered 7 IEDs weighing 28.5 kilograms, arrest 3 KYKL cadres in separate incidents. And significant climb in temperature witnessed at various districts in Manipur, with None reaching a maximum of 37.85 degrees Celsius. Hello and welcome. You're watching ISCOM Primetime English News. This is Nancy giving you the news in details. Security advisor of Manipur, Kuldip Singh, has said that the Manipur Police Department is taking reports of a large-scale Kuki militant infiltration very seriously. During a media briefing at CM's Darbar Hall, Singh confirmed that security forces are responding to alarming intelligence that around 900 well-trained Kuki militants have entered Manipur in small groups, reportedly planning attacks, with September 28 identified as a potential target date. Singh highlighted that since violence escalated in early September, the government has adopted a proactive approach to addressing the growing unrest. A strategic operation group meeting on September 18 brought together top officials from key security agencies, including the Army, Assam Rifles, Central Reserve Police Force, CRPF, Border Security Force, BSF, and State Police. Discussion focused on the state's security concerns, leading to highlighted alerts along the Indo-Myanmar border, particularly in Faiswal, Churachandpur, and Kamjong districts. Security forces are particularly concerned about reports of militants transporting large rockets measuring up to 10 feet long and weighing approximately 30 kilograms, which required vehicles for mobility. The National Investigation Agency, NIA, has taken over the investigation into the drone attack at Kautruk that killed a woman and injured 11 others in Imphal West District earlier in September. While stating that 2 Assam Rifles battalions have been replaced by CRPF, he informed that he will personally brief additional CRPF battalions in Manipur. Law enforcement is also an alert in areas with known stockpiles of licensed guns and explosives, especially where construction activities are underway. To counter the potential threat, security measures have been bolstered. Authorities have destroyed multiple militant bunkers and deployed advanced anti-drone system, jammers, and anti-drone guns. Singh revealed that 15 to 17 drones have already been successfully jammed, indicating that militants may be using aerial surveillance in their operations. Additionally, security forces have recovered 7 improvised explosives devices, IEDs, during checks in vulnerable areas. Efforts are ongoing to strengthen security in high-risk zones and prevent further violence. Singh reiterated the government's commitment to safeguarding all citizens in Manipur and called on local communities to remain vigilant and cooperate with authorities to maintain peace.
And wherever we find that this kind of people are roaming around, that area has to be cordoned off, bombing operations have to be done, and then immediately we go ahead with that. Now, for this, the police department has also alerted their border police. They're all checkposts. The Assam Rifle, who is a border guarding force, they have been alerted sufficiently. The districts of Churachandpur, Tegnopal, Kamjong, Ukhrul, and Faisawal are put on high alert on this. And also, whenever they are doing any combing operation, generally we do combing operation for the search and seizure of arms and ammunition. But now we are also have briefed all the forces. We are also looking for the raw materials by which the rockets, missiles, drones, etc. are prepared. Maybe the part of the battery, part of the drone, maybe the explosive, maybe the bomb itself, maybe the pipe itself by which the rocket is being manufactured, explosives, and transportation system, the fins they attach with the rocket. All these kind of things have to be checked while doing the bombing operations.
Khuraisam Athoba, the working president of the International Peace and Social Advancement (IPSA), vice president of the United Committee Manipur (UCM), and spokesperson of the Coordinating Committee on Manipur Integrity (COCOMI), addressed the ongoing 57th session of the United Nations Human Rights Council (UNHRC) at Palliest Days Nations in Geneva, Switzerland today. Khuraisam Athoba delivered his first intervention during the general debate on Agenda Item 3, Promotion and Protections of All Human Rights, Civil, Political, Economic, Social and Cultural Rights, including the right to development. He urged the 57th session to engage the government of India to prioritize the issue of unchecked immigration in Northeast India and its impact on indigenous people's rights, recognize and respond to the narco-terrorism crisis affecting the Manipur region, as highlighted in the recent UNODC and UNHRC reports. Conduct a comprehensive assessment of the environmental impacts of illegal poppy cultivation, which threaten global climate change mitigations and food security. Furthermore, Khuraisam Athoba will actively participate in several upcoming interventions where he will shed light on the Manipur crisis, focusing on its roots in narco-terrorism and the recent escalation in immigration aggression, including the use of drone aerial bombings and rocket missiles. He will also discuss the emergence of a new golden triangle in the India-Myanmar borderland region, occurring under the watch of the government of India. In addition to these interventions, Athoba and his team are diligently planning a side event within the UN campus during the ongoing session. This event will aim to capture the attention of various international forums and participants, presenting the ground realities of the situation in the Western Southeast Asia, WESEA region and the Northeast states of India, with a particular focus on Manipur. These issues have persisted for decades, often escaping the attention of the international community. IPSA and its collective of civil bodies have been regularly coordinating with Athoba to make the best use of his presence at the United Nations in Geneva.
Activities fueling violence, drug abuse and extremism. Furthermore, the ongoing violent crisis in Manipur exacerbates local tensions as highlighted in UNHRC, with armed groups exploiting this instability to seize control of resources and territories. We urge the 57th session to pursue the Government of India to prioritize the issue of unchecked immigrations in Northeast India and its impacts on indigenous people's rights. Recognize and respond to the narco-terrorism crisis affecting the Manipur region of India as highlighted in recent UNODC and UNHRC reports. Conduct a comprehensive assessment of the environmental impacts of illegal opium cultivations, as these factors threaten global climate change mitigation and food security. We urge this Council to initiate formal discussions and seek international collaborations to address these urgent issues, which threatens indigenous rights and regional stability and environmental efforts. I thank you.
The Speaker's Tribunal of the Manipur Legislative Assembly today admitted 7 disqualification petitions against 5 MLAs who were originally elected on JDU tickets but later defected to the BJP. The MLAs in questions are K.H. Joykisant of Thangmaiband AC, Hangjam Arun Kumar of Wangkai AC, Mohammad Achab Uddin of Jiribam AC. The other 2 are L.M. Kaute of Churachandpur AC and Nur Sanglur Sanate of Tipaimuk AC from the Cookie Growth. The tribunal was directed the 5 MLAs to file their counter affidavits within 4 weeks. The petitions were filed by various individuals, including 5 from Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee, MPCC, Vice President Hareswar Goswami. Additionally, M. Dorendro and M. Surjit filed separate petitions against K.S. Joykisant. The MPCC had originally filed these petitions on October 24, 2022. Expressing dissatisfaction over the delay, they highlighted that the petitions were listed only after 2 years in 2024, despite a Supreme Court directive to resolve such cases within 3 months. Speaking to the media, MPCC spokesperson and counsel for Hareswar Goswami and Bhupender described the tribunal's decision to admit the case as a positive step but expressed concern over the prolonged delay. He emphasized the strength of the case and hoped for timely resolution. The disqualification petition stemmed from allegations of defection in violation of the 10th schedule of the Constitution, which deals with anti-defection laws. Unknown men abducted 43-year-old personal assistant of Manipur Consumer Affairs Minister L. Susildro near his residence in Imphal East District this morning. According to police, the kidnapping occurred around 8:30 a.m. while Somarendro was leaving for official duties. Authorities are investigating the motive behind the abduction and have yet to identify those responsible. During the initial spot investigation, 5 empty cells casing, believed to be 9mm ammunition, were recovered from the scene, indicating potential gunfire during the kidnapping. Miscreants fired at least 5 rounds of bullets at the residence of former Chief Secretary of Manipur and Vice President of JDU Manipur State, O. Nabakisor, at Ningthokong Ward No. 7 in Bisnupur District. The incident happened around 8:45 last night. According to a reliable source, the shooter came in a car along with few others. He got out of the car upon reaching his target destination and fired at least 5 rounds at the residence. Fortunately, O. Nabakisor was not home when the firing took place and no casualties have been reported. Police rushed to the site and took stock of the situation there. A case has been registered and an investigation is ongoing. Local Maira Paibis of Ningthokong Ward No. 7 stays a sit-in protest against firing incident at the residence of O. Nabakisor today. Speaking during the protest, one of the Maira Paibis said they strongly condemn the attack of the former Chief Secretary's residence. She appealed to those responsible of the attack not to repeat such acts in future. She also demanded a clarification on the incident at the earliest.
Hajik thoiba tangdu leita dana leiriba mitaiga kuki galan sokna dana leiriba matam masida at moirang da nomai kapna re phobla da kapna re habda chin dana mayang gi damakta imai ben chinjina mateng pangjariba masigi marak sida hajikti kuki na dol da thabom thadar aga kana gi jaga da taga doino haiba khangdraba matam masida isa jingna karigi marang gi damakta nomai maru kapsan biribano hairiba wafam ache athuba matam da sengdokpirau maira paibi imai ben jing amadi yamna thamoi sokna machi nungaijade machi matung manauchu machi gumba thaudo ache tawbiganu.
Ahead of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the United States, the Congress criticized him for making another high-profile global trip while campaigning in Jammu and Kashmir and Haryana, questioning why he still adamantly refuses to go to Manipur. It must be mentioned that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will pay a 3-day visit to the United States beginning September 21st to attend the annual Quad Summit and address the Summit of the Future at the United Nations General Assembly. Taking to the microblogging site X, the General Secretary in charge Communications of Congress, Jairam Ramesh said, asked as to why he still adamantly refuses to go to Manipur. He said this refusal is simply inexplicable and really inexcusable. Notably, the Congress has repeatedly urged Prime Minister Modi visit the violence-hit state, stressing that it would help restore peace and normalcy there. The ethnic violence in Manipur first broke out on May 3rd last year after a tribal solidarity march in the hills districts of the state to protest against the majority Meitei community's demand for scheduled tribe status. Since then, over 220 people belonging to both the Kuki and Meitei communities and security personnel have been killed in the continuing violence. The Jiri Apun Balup, JAL, has denounced the alleged false narratives of the Kuki organizations, namely Indigenous Tribal Advocacy Committee, ITAC, Juribam, Freswald and Kuki INPI, Juribam, Tamenglong and Nonnet districts, accusing the Meitei community in order to defend themselves from their own illegal activities. The media cells of JAL claimed that the Kuki armed militants have been repeatedly attacking with heavy gunfire and bombings on Mongbung Meitei village despite combing operations recently conducted by combined security forces in the suspected areas. Consequently, Meitei villagers living in this area have been suffering greatly due to sporadic threats and attacks. On the contrary, this Kuki organization released a press statement against certain Meitei insurgents organizations on 18th and 19th September 2024, claiming that these insurgents attacked Kuki villages. However, no reports of such attacks have been found so far. It stated that such false narratives are very unfortunate as it spreads unfounded information. JAL media cell maintained that the security personnel stationed in the Monbung area can easily verify who initiated the gunfire and bombings in the area, which have occurred repeatedly. Therefore, it appealed to the state security forces to take timely and appropriate actions against the Kuki militants who repeatedly attack Mongbung Meitei village. Otherwise, the DC and the state police, Jiribam, must take full responsibility if there is further loss of life or property due to attacks carried out by Kuki militants. Manipur police arrested 3 active cadres of proscribed outfit KYKL from Kari Awang Lekai, Imphal West District yesterday. The arrested cadres have been identified as Maibam Bronson Singh alias Ngamba alias Thambo, age 24 years, Yumnam Lanchenba alias Nauba, age 21 years, Saubam Nungpok Nganba Meitei, age 52 years. They were involved in extortion activities in Sekmai and Thangmaiban areas. Furthermore, the police recovered 1 9mm pistol along with magazine, 1 live ammunition round, 5 mobile phones, 1 wallet and 1 four-wheeler vehicles from their possessions. Search operations and area domination were conducted by security forces in the fringe and vulnerable areas of the hills and valley districts. During the search operations, security forces recovered 7 IEDs weighing 28.5 kilograms, 50 meters of cortex and 1 pulled and released mechanism from Bonjang, Imphal East District. A notable climb of temperature has been witnessed at various districts in Manipur, with None reaching a maximum of 37.85 degrees Celsius as per data collected from 7 p.m. of Wednesday to 6 p.m. of Thursday by the Directorate of Environment and Climate Change. The relative humidity levels also hit above 90% at various districts in the state, adding more discomfort to the residents. The highest temperature in the state was recorded in June with 38 degrees Celsius. As per the data made available by the Directorate of Environment and Climate Change, temperature rose to 37.1 degrees Celsius in Churachandpur district and the minimum was recorded at 21.47 degrees Celsius. The maximum relative humidity in the district touched 94.85% and a minimum of 54.54%. Kakching recorded a climb of 36.88 degrees Celsius and low of 22.72, while maximum relative humidity touched 96.24% with a minimum of 47.26%. Temperature rose to 36.8 degrees Celsius in Imphal East and recorded a minimum of 23.07 degrees Celsius. The maximum relative humidity climbed to 97.04% and minimum is recorded at 45.83% in the district. In Imphal West, the maximum temperature is recorded at 34.89 and a minimum of 21.58. The relative humidity in Imphal West reached a maximum of 92.64% and a minimum of 46.29. The lowest temperature was recorded in Senapati district with 18.49 degrees Celsius. The lowest in relative humidity was also detected in None district with a record of 26.21%. Except for the 0.4 rainfall in Ukhrul district, there was no rainfall detected in the remaining districts. Bisnupur Forest Division organized a district-level painting and essay competition on the theme Wildlife Conservation Through Coexistence in connection with the 78th Wildlife Week Celebration 2024 at Mangolnganbi College, Ningthokong today. The competition was organized under the supervision of Bisnupur District Divisional Forest Officer W. Romabai. The competition was held in two categories. Category A comprised of participants from Class 5 to Class 8 and Category B from Class 9 to 12. More than 700 students from over 20 schools across Bisnupur district took part in the competitions. Speaking on the occasion, DFO Waikom Romabai said the competitions was organized with an objective of instilling an idea of wildlife protections on the minds of young generation. She also informed that the winners of these competitions will further take part in state-level competitions. Top-ranking students from the state-level competitions will eventually take part in the national-level competitions. Romabai also appealed to the residents around Loktak Lake to inform the nearest forest office if they came across any hog deer or karsa in the biomass floating on the lake. Bisnupur Forest Division Range Officer R.K. Sadananda, Bisnupur Range Officer Mutum Nilamani and Moirang Range Officer Hidang Mayum Gichandra were also present at the district-level painting and essay competitions.
Akoigi wildlife conservation. Wildlife includes both animal as well as plants. Akoigi lamlaki sa uchek amasung degi uwa akoi medicinal plant loinama akoi wildlife ta chingi sising asibu conserve kamaina tawgani degi hauraiba ngang sing sida mokoigi thamoi nungda nungsiba nature bu nungsiba si instill tongnabagi damakta ngasigi competition ase akoi sinjabani akoi punna hingminaraga wildlife asibu kamaina kangani haibagi akoi theme ase lojaraga tawjabani.
The 86th Battalion CRPF Lamphel organized a painting competitions on the theme Swachhata Hi Seva at Little Angel School, Lamphel today. The competition was conducted under the Swasthya Bharat campaign to honor of the 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. CRPF second in command Nandini Devi handed over prizes to 9 winners of the painting competitions that was conducted in 3 different categories. The Supreme Court of India's YouTube channel was taken down on Friday after it was hacked in the morning, and the Apex Court said that the channel will resume shortly. A notice issued by Hargurvarinder Singh Jaggi, Registered Technology, said this is to inform all concerned that the YouTube channel of the Supreme Court of India has been taken down. The services on the YouTube channel of the Supreme Court of India will be resumed shortly. Earlier in the day, the Supreme Court YouTube channel was hacked and showed videos of US-based company Ripple. The YouTube channel was showing a blank video with the title Brad Garlinghouse. Ripple responds to the SEC's $2 billion fine, XRP price prediction. The official YouTube channels of the Supreme Court of India has over 2 lakh subscribers and is used to live streams cases of constitution benches and matters involving public interest. After the hacking, the official link to the channel displayed the name Ripple and showed various relating to the cryptocurrency of US company Ripple Labs. Now the channel's link has been disabled. The Border Security Force (BSF) seized a huge quantity of buffalo horns and liquor worth over 13 lakh rupees in 2 separate operations along the Indo-Bangladesh border. In a press release, the BSF said in a series of continuous operations aimed at curbing smuggling activities along the Indo-Bangladesh border, on 19 September 2024, a patrolling party of 193rd Battalion of the Border Security Force apprehended an Indian national along with a vehicle loaded with a large number of buffalo horns concealed in bags. Meanwhile, the BSF said that the same battalion successfully seized liquor worth over 13 lakh rupees, which was intended for smuggling into Bangladesh in follow-up operations on September 20, 2024. Assam Rifles, in a coordinated operations with the local police department, successfully seized 90,000 yaba tablets in Tilaimura, Tripura on 19 September 2024. The operation also resulted in the arrest of 1 individual and the confiscation of a Tata truck. Following a tip-off, Assam Rifles swiftly launched the operation, which culminated in the seizure of the contraband and the subsequent handover of the apprehended individuals and the vehicle to the police department for further investigations and legal proceedings. The recovered yaba tablets are valued at approximately 14.4 crore rupees in international market. This operation highlights the unwavering commitment of Assam Rifles in the fight against drug trafficking and illegal smuggling activities in the region. A bold armed robbery rocked the bustling Paltan Bazar area of Guwahati today, leaving locals and businesses shaken. The incident occurred in broad daylight near the Viswaratna Hotel on 80 Road, a major thoroughfare in the city's commercial districts. According to police reports, armed assailants targeted a local man, Layas Ali, stealing his cash and mobile phone. Witnesses reported that the robbers attempted to steal Ali's e-rickshaw but were unsuccessful. The miscreants then opened fire before fleeing the scene. No injuries were reported from the gunfire. Ali promptly filed a complaint at Pan Bazar police station following the incident. Now the headlines once again. Security measures bolstered to counter the potential threat, says Security Advisor Kuldip Singh. IPSA Working President Kuraizam Athoba addresses 57th UNHRC session on unchecked immigration, narco-terrorism crisis, among others. Speaker's Tribunal of Manipur Legislative Assembly admits 7 disqualification petitions against 5 MLAs. Unknown men abduct personal assistants of Manipur Consumer Affairs Minister L. Susindro near his residence in Imphal East. Myra Paibis expressed strong condemnation against armed attack at former Chief Secretary Oinam Nabakisore's residence. Security forces recovered 7 IEDs weighing 28.5 kilograms, arrested 3 KYKL cadres in separate incidents. And significant climb in temperature witnessed at various districts in Manipur, with None reaching a maximum of 37.85 degrees Celsius. Now that's all for today's bulletin. Thank you for watching ISCOM Primetime English News. Have a good night.